Big fish, get the net, get the net. Do the net. Ready? It's going to come straight up. Just dip the net and I'll bring him to you. Big fish. In the net, Sam. In the net. Yes! Come on. That is a proper perch. That is so big. That's certainly much bigger than anything we've caught so far. Oh my gosh, that's a proper fish. That could be, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to say it. Perch fishing is difficult no matter where you are, and that's one of the things with this water that I think people maybe misconstrue. When you see a video of the catches, you think, there's loads of big perch in this water and I can turn up and I can go and catch them. But it's such a unique perch fishing experience. You know, you're fishing on your own boat, you've got to work out where they sit. You know, this water is the best part of 2.5, 3 miles wide, 16 miles long, until you start getting to Holland's Deep, which is a bridge. So it's not 16 miles and another dam, it's 16 miles to Holland's Deep, and then Holland's Deep is the same again. These perch can be anywhere at any time, and finding them is the hard bit. Catching them is the next part of that puzzle, and catching a really big one is the next level above that. Morning, here we are out on the water and I'm joined by Sam Taylor. We're having a bit of an adventure and today we thought we would take you on a day's fishing with us. Today the wind is pretty good. The plan is to just side scan the shallows. We've not got a live scope in the water. We might mess around with it later on, but this is just purely side view, looking for areas where we've got pods of fish. I'll be on the trolling motor. As soon as we see those pods, I'll be calling out to Sam as to where they are left and right, and then we'll both be covering them with generally with bottom bait. So we're going to be fishing Cheb rigs, Ned rigs, Texas rigs. We've got shads on the boat as well, so if we need to search around or potentially drift, we can do that. But at the moment, we're going to be trying to spot them on the side view and then utilising the fact that we've both got pretty much the same presentation to cover the area where those fish are, and hopefully we'll start picking up fish. So it's going to be a bit of a team effort. We've got a nice shallow ledge here, so we've got 0.9 metres of water at full cast on this side of the boat and down to about 4.5 metres on the other side. So that's the process, that's the plan. Let's see if we can put that into action. Like I said, we've got a brilliant start to the day, a little bit of cloud cover, it's not too cold, the wind is relatively light, so let's make the most of it while we can.
Come on, mate.
See if we can put a fish on the boat. Come with us. Fish to the left, mate. And so it begins. So we've just seen a fish on the side scan. What we're doing at the moment is letting those chebs get to the bottom, and we're fishing over a mussel bed right on the top of the drop off. So all we're doing is getting these cheb weights to the bottom with a crawl presentation and just working them along those mussels, seeing if we can tempt one of these big Haringvliet perch. They obviously see a lot of pressure, these fish, and that's why we've got the live scope on the deck and not in the water, just to try and avoid too much disturbance underwater. You know, especially when we've got two baits going in the direction that we've side scanned them. I don't feel the need to check it with the live scope necessarily at this point. If it's getting tough and we need to really reference the fish, then yeah, we'll get it out. But at the moment, if we can reference them left and right and 10 meters just in front or just behind the boat, then we can make casts accordingly. And if two of us put baits in that direction, then one of us should come up with a fish.
water's slightly picking up, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Yep. Feel good?
Feels like a perch. Yeah, I'll be alright.
You okay with the net?
God, that heart is pumping. You just can't beat that feeling of a smash.
Oh, it's a good one.
That is a perch.
That is a good one. Get in the net. Yes. Well done, mate. Lovely fish.
What a fish. Let's get her unhooked and have a quick look, shall we? But these fish really are absolutely stunning. And so big. I'm fishing the Poison Adrena BFS as well. And that sensitivity in the palm of your hand that he was talking about is absolutely right. And that's what led to me being able to feel this little tap just out the back of the boat. The wind's picked up, like Adam said. So it's been harder to keep contact, but that's a lovely fish and a cracking bite and a great fight on that Poison Adrena BFS. Just so good.
Right, so before we leave to go to the next spot, I'm just going to have one more scan and just to explain what we're looking at. You can see roughly where we've been running up and down. This has got the last trip on it as well. So there's a fish on the right hand side of the boat there. That's exactly what we're looking for. So if I zoom in on that, that is a perch. And that's what we're casting over, is these sorts of marks. The old adage, never leave fish to find fish, is definitely true, and there are fish here. So we're going to give it maybe another half an hour or so, and then we can spend the afternoon on the other spot. So we've got the trolling motor back in, and the engine is off, and we are going to go back to the process. So let's see if we can find one. We're trying to stay exactly on the drop-off and just see if we can cover these fish, but you really need to be on the drop-off, because if you go too far to the left, it becomes very shallow very quickly. Firstly, you don't get brilliant sonar readings because there's a mussel bed, so you just suddenly get a dark spot. But also that's where the fish are, and you don't want to be scanning on top of the fish. You want them realistically to be 5 to 10 meters off the boat, which is absolutely perfect for casting baits at them. We are now fishing for 1 or 2 bites and hopefully a really good bite window later on. But it's just about covering the water and covering those fish. So we're going to more of a pan casting approach. So Sam's starting at the back of the boat and working to the left. I'm starting at the back of the boat and working to the right. We know that they're sat on a shelf here. We keep scanning them. So we're just going to keep working that shelf, and fingers crossed we'll get a big smash. And if not, it'll be time for lunch and a sandwich and a regroup, I think. So there we are, another Haringvliet perch. This one a little bit smaller than the last.
We're very familiar to this size of perch back home. Probably around 2 pounds, 1 kilo. Just so proud of these fish, aren't they? Just smashed the craws, found them on the side view, cast over the top, bang, there she is.
Feels like in fishing, you've always unlocked a code. Right, I've figured it out. And then you come back and you haven't unlocked the code. You've got another code to break, and that's what it feels like this year. And we've caught a few fish so far, nothing to the sizes that we had last year, but I did have a 50 yesterday. Fishing similar spots to where we fished last year, which fills me with a bit of confidence that there's an element of the code already broken, but we've got a few more numbers to crack before we've really achieved this trip.
Yep, fish on. Cheers, mate.
That's awesome.
Making my life very easy. Right, so there we are, another Haringvliet perch. This one quite a bit bigger than the last. Yeah, absolutely smashed the craws. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it's got this kind of like mosaic scale pattern that I've seen a few times back home. I just find that so cool. Every fish is different. This one is long and lean, clearly packing on the protein for the spawning season, but just an awesome fish. Once again, the SLX nailing the cast, resulting in this absolutely stunning perch.
So there we go, first decent one of the day for me. We're just picking them out on the live scope now. Hopefully we've unpicked a bit of a code, so let's get this one back and see if we can find a few more. I think we're going to move a bit further down the bank, see if we can find his mum.
Yep.
Good one?
Could be.
That's a nice perch. There we go. Well done, brother.
Cheers, man. And that one is 100% a buttery biscuit perch.
Yeah.
Good ones.
That was a good bite. Don't know how big he is, but that is a good one. Ready?
Yeah,
net,
nice
mate?
fish,
Ready?
mate. Yeah, come on.
Put it under.
Yes!
Well done, mate.
Get in there, mate.
That is awesome.
Lovely fish.
Right, that is a pretty one. It's been hard work, to be honest. We've been searching for fish. We're seeing them on the side scan. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I didn't really want to get the live scope out. I wanted to try and stay heads up and just fire at fish that we're seeing, but they're just super, super spooky. So we've gone into forward view on the live scope. We're just moving along, and as soon as we start seeing them on the side scan, we're then 360 moving that live scope around just to try and find pods of fish. And talking of a pod of fish, just managed this lovely perch. I mean, this is probably 44, 45 centimeters and absolutely gorgeous. So just shows the prizes that are there to have. That has got 2 spikes on the front of its fin as well. I have never seen that.
Oh yeah.
It's got like a double fin.
That's mental.
And a really, really pretty fish. So these are all have been caught on the bottom, but fishing the live scope. I'll just pop her back in the water while we're chatting. It's just a case of covering fish, and moving the boat around and positioning the live scope is hard work, to be honest. You'd much rather just be heads up and just firing at fish all over the place, but that's just the way it is so far today. Yeah, it's tough fishing, stressful controlling the boat, but really, really worth it when you've got fish like that. Right, so what a difference a few hours makes. We've got the sun coming through now. The wind has switched direction, almost in the complete opposite direction of where it started this morning, which is quite interesting. And we've come to a different part of the lake, and we're searching for fish along a much shallower gradient of drop-off. So from about 4 meters up to a meter, but over a much longer period of time. So instead of being like this and then suddenly flattening off, it's a little bit more flat all the way through here. So what I'm trying to do is keep the boat about 10 to 15 meters away from where it gets really shallow and just scanning on both sides. The difference that we're doing now that we weren't this morning is we've got the live scope in the water. So as soon as I see a fish on the side scan, I'm then using that live scope to find out where those fish have moved to, because they're not sitting still. Generally when we find them, they're on the move. And so by utilizing that live scope just as a reference point, we can pinpoint those fish and hopefully put them on the boat. So far we've had, I think, 6 fish. So fingers crossed we can A, find a few more, and B, find a few bigger ones, because we're up to about 3.8, 3.9 so far with the fish. So it'd be nice to see something bigger. So I'm going to move on the trolling motor. Sam will sit in the seat, hopefully point out what he's looking at on his screen whilst I'm talking about what I'm looking at on mine. And fingers crossed, we'll find something along the way to stop and show you what that looks like. Yeah. So that is a fish that was definitely on the live scope. It's a good one. And now she is firmly in that net. Fantastic.
Nice one, mate.
Come on. Oh, the process is working. We are getting there. So good. These fish are amazing. Yeah, 46. These fish are just exceptional examples of the species. There's no two ways about it. Almost feels like they're a different species sometimes. Big fins, big dorsal, angry creatures. We're definitely getting there. We're breaking the code. Right, so there we go. We're out filming with the guys from Shimano today. That is a 3 pound, 10 ounce perch, absolute stunner. We don't seem to be able to get them much bigger than this. They're not at their full weight, but they are just unbelievable fighting fish. I'm gonna get this one back, but what a wonderful day. On the live scope, just great fun. There we go. Another big perch from the Haringvliet. No. That's the best release shot of the day so far. That was an unbelievable take as well. Yeah, it just kind of went away as soon as it picked it up, really aggressive. I think sometimes you feel like you're in loads of water. There you go, Sam's just had him. You feel like you're in loads of water, and actually you're only in a couple of meters. Let me just come around the side of the cameraman to see if I can help Sam with the net here.
Such hard fighting fish. They do not want to give up.
There you go, mate. Very nice.
Cheers, mate.
Those two were definitely sat together.
Hooks popped out in the net as well.
Nice
and easy.
That's another really good point with perch, is when you get them to the side of the boat, make sure that you don't let them hit the surface, get them in the net straight away.
Absolutely.
Because so often that hook will come out in the net. You don't want to give them any chance to get the hook out. Well done, mate.
Cheers, mate. Nice to double up. See you later, my stripy friend.
Let's get on the motor. We'll go back over there. We'll have a little go there. If we don't get them in the first 25-30 minutes, we'll head off back down the lake and go and try and find a spot we haven't fished today.
You think do that as opposed to coming in back here and fishing here?
Yeah, I mean, I think sounds ridiculous now, but we're searching out a massive fish. We're searching out a 6 pounder, aren't we? So
yeah,
we could come back here. The wind direction's changed slightly, so conditions over there are slightly different. Conditions down there are slightly different. We've got a lovely bit of glass for this evening. So I think, based on what we've done in the past, there's some lovely spots down in the middle of the lake, so we can shoot down there for the last hour into a sunset.
Are you thinking that?
But if we go over there and scan the same fish, I think we scanned at least 5 or 6 big ones over there earlier on. So
yeah, and to be fair,
let's go back and see if the code works.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this morning was tough and they weren't feeding, and we've come here and there are fish feeding. We found pods of fish that are feeding, so maybe it's a time of day thing, and maybe if we go over there we can
I also
find
think
at the right point.
Like we were saying earlier on, you know, they weren't feeding, but we've had to go to live scope. We've had to go to really searching out individual fish and firing at individual or couple of fish. So, you know, that's the key, isn't it? I think we take that process and we go and give that process a go and see if it is a code. It might not be a code, as we've always found, right? It's not always
You never ever figured it out. Well, we certainly haven't.
You never figure this game out. That's why we love it so much. But let's go see if what we've learned here also works over there. If it doesn't work over there, never repeat a good demonstration, but we'll go and do that further down there and see if that works down there. 2 times out of 3 means, I guess, a broken code. Would you say that? That sums it up. Cool. So we get the motor up and let's head over.
Let's do it.
About 90 degrees. He's moving. Oh yeah. Big fish, get the net, get the net. Ready? It's gonna come straight up. Just dip the net and I'll bring him to you. Big fish. In the net, Sam, in the net. Oh my gosh, that is big. Yes! Come on! That is a proper perch. That is so big. That's certainly much bigger than anything we've caught so far. Oh my gosh, that's a proper fish. Right, I'm gonna have to come down there, mate, and put it on the measure. That's 50.
It's not on them 0.
It's 52.
What a fish, mate, what a fish.
Right, so like I was saying earlier on, this sort of fishing is 1,000 casts for one epic moment, and we've had quite a few epic moments today. We've had lots and lots of lovely fish, but bizarrely nothing over the 4 pound mark. We've had, is it 46 centimetre kind of over and over again? We've had 3 or 4 at that size, and then obviously some smaller ones as well. We've moved spots, got on the motor for a really decent whack. It was probably 15 minutes. We've scanned along a rock prominence and we've found something pretty massive. This is joint longest ever perch for me at 52 centimetres and weighing in at 5 pound 14, which is 2.65 kilos. So she's a bit lighter than my last 52, but this is a very, very special fish. So I'll just grab her up out onto the water and I'll show you exactly how special this fish is. Like I said, this is a 52 centimetre Goliath, and I think she's got a fair amount of room left to grow. I mean, that is just a ginormodon. There is no two ways about it. That is a dinosaur of a perch. And last year I had a 52, Sam had a 53. To have another 52 this early on in the trip is just mind-blowing, and to do it today of all days is amazing. Perch fishing doesn't get any better than that. I seen her on the side scan, came back round, marked her again on the side scan, watched her on the live scope. Through the retrieve I said, Sam, I think she's moved. Sam said, nope, I think she's moved towards you, and bang, there we go. And like that, the rest is history. All right, so there we go. That is a 52 centimetre Haringvliet monster, and as I've always said with these fish, I almost don't want to let them go back. They're such mesmerising creatures. What a special fish. What a moment.
Hopefully that's...
Never gets old. Just never ever gets old. Oh, so good. What a place. What a place. Right. hell of a day, mate. Now is time to go and get some food, maybe a well-earned small beer Moretti, and reminisce about another epic day on the Haringvliet. I think that was pretty sensational on the whole. What do you think? Well done, mate.
Yeah, you too.
Awesome
That was
day.
a great day.
We'll go back, grab ourselves some food, but that is the Perch adventure day that we wanted to have. We've caught a good amount of fish.
Yeah.
There's been challenges, it's been a tough day, and then we've caught an absolute monster. So my mind's kind of blown by the whole thing, to be honest. We've worked really hard. There's been serious ups and downs. We've moved around the lake, we've figured out a code,
Yeah.
and you know, we've been rewarded with big fish all round, and then an absolute giant at the end. So we've been on a lot of adventures, and we'll go on many more. But you know, every time we've had a good day on the Haringvliet, I've always said it, that could be the best day's perch fishing that you ever have. That could be the biggest perch that I ever have. It's certainly the joint longest. It's just a crazy fish. So thanks for watching. As always, another video on the Shimano YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and all of that type of stuff. Sam will be back, I'm sure, and hopefully I'll be back as well, and we'll go on a few more adventures into the future. Hope you've enjoyed that one, and we'll see you very, very soon. Cheers, guys.
Take care.